The little boy was extraordinarily gifted, under his grandfather's careful guidance. By the age of just 7, he had already mastered the secret thunder arts with ease. To keep him from being seen as a monster by ordinary people, his grandfather strictly forbade him from using thunder magic. But the boy ultimately couldn't restrain his temper and often got into fights with the other children in the village. And every time trouble arose because of those fights, his grandfather would take him away overnight to live somewhere else. To teach the boy true patience and self-restraint, his grandfather replaced the rubber band on a slingshot with a bracelet and had him wear it on his wrist, using it as a constant reminder to rein in his nature. He also taught him that whenever he couldn't control himself, he should snap it hard against his own wrist a few times. When it no longer hurts, that's when you've endured it. But the tragedy that was destined to come still could not be avoided. One day, his grandfather collapsed at the doorway, covered in wounds and already lifeless. The boy cried until his heart was torn apart, devastated beyond measure. Yet he still remembered his grandfather's teachings from when he was alive, warning himself that no matter what happened, he must endure. And so, the boy endured for a full 15 years. After growing up, his strength had long broken through to the terrifying level of the divine transformation realm. In order not to expose his identity and attract unnecessary trouble, he deliberately pretended to be useless to hide in plain sight. Even when he was publicly humiliated and mocked, he didn't care at all. But an accident finally erupted on this very day. The school bully actually smashed a basketball hard into his head, right in front of the goddess he admired. That single blow completely ignited the boy's rage. But seeing the bully's arrogant and domineering face, he still forcibly suppressed his anger and endured it. Yet the bully had no intention of stopping there, and instead escalated things, hurling filthy insults at him. The boy's anger instantly broke through the critical point. He quickly snapped the small rubber band on his wrist, forcing himself to calm down. After returning to the dorm, the more the boy thought about it, the more wronged he felt. He was clearly a peerless master capable of slaughtering all directions, yet he had to endure others' bullying and humiliation day after day. Unexpectedly, the next night, he was targeted by a group of Taoists. Without a word, they rushed up and began beating him violently. Even after the boy was struck and sent flying, the white-haired Taoist still refused to stop. Seeing that the boy never fought back from start to finish, the white-haired Taoist decided to personally finish him off. To the boy's surprise, the Taoist also knew the secret thunder arts, and he stopped him, saying, "Enough! Don't fight. We're family. My grandfather taught me this since I was little." Only then was the boy forced to use the thunder arts his grandfather had taught him. But the other party saw through it at a glance. It was the golden light mantra, a secret technique never passed outside Longhou Mountain. And the Taoist turned out to be a traitor from the same sect. His grandfather's death had everything to do with this man. He then moved to execute the boy on the spot, striking him with a single palm and sending him flying violently, smashing him hard into the wall behind him. Everyone thought the boy would surely die this time, but unexpectedly, he stood back up completely unscathed. Immediately after, the boy began chanting thunder incantations. In his mind, images of his grandfather teaching him the thunder arts kept flashing. His entire body instantly burst forth with dazzling golden light. With killing intent filling his eyes, he charged straight at his opponent and unleashed a ferocious, powerful punch. Yet no matter how fiercely he attacked, he couldn't injure the Taoist in the slightest. The next second, the boy was sent flying by another palm strike, then seized tightly and lifted high into the air.